say, has there been a miscarriage of justice? And in my mind, a miscarriage of justice occurs when the government oversteps, when they overreach, when they violate someone's constitutional right to a fair trial. And then I ask myself, is there anything I can do about it? Can I possibly get this individual some type of remedy, some type of relief? And when I looked at R. Kelly's case, I found that both of those things were true. And so I had no reservations about taking R. Kelly's case. What I see was a travesty of justice and how the process worked. And when the process doesn't work, the outcomes are not fair, they're not righteous. And as a result, I took R. Kelly's case. And I pass on cases, but this is a case that I felt satisfied both of those requirements.
Okay, everyone, let me jump right into it. I've been seeing a lot of content floating around on a variety of different platforms, Twitter and different podcasts and YouTube, and just repost and all of that about Mr. Robert Kelly, his case. And I think R. Kelly did another interview, and I've been picking up on, the traction that it's been getting, and rightfully so. I'm glad that it's picking up again, and hopefully Mr. Kelly has a great outcome. I'm praying for that. But even before, I just want to hop right on here really quickly to say this. Even before I started creating content, which was about, 7 months ago, I have always maintained and said free Mr. Robert Kelly and free Bill Cosby. I was just taken aback that it even got this far with Mr. Robert Kelly. It was just really weird. I just knew maybe I was too cocky within myself. Like, man, this is some bull-ish. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's not going anywhere. And I'm coming from a legal perspective. My thought process is coming from a legal perspective, not emotions, and if it's emotions, it's because it's legal emotions, because I understand the process and how the judicial system and just the navigating of that. I'm very familiar with that. And even hence with Bill Cosby, I thought it wasn't going anywhere because of the timeline of things. Because with Mr. Cosby, one, he did a settlement, and that settlement was sealed by a judge. So I was just like, and I've learned in legal classes, if you all do not know, who are new to my channel, I do have a legal background, but I do not practice law. I do not. So let me just issue that disclaimer. So anyway, with Mr. Cosby's case, the case was previously sealed or whatever, settled, etc., etc. He paid out. And then for someone, a prosecutor, or officer of the court, an attorney to say, hey, F what that judge sealed, I want to come back and unseal that and prosecute this man criminally. And that's not what that settlement was. That's not how the law works, you guys. So if that's the case, everybody who settled, because Mr. Cosby is not the only person who has entered into a settlement like that under those conditions or terms or whatever the case may be. He has not been the only one. Non-celebrity people have to. Your regular corporate people, all of that. So that means if it happened to Mr. Cosby, it could happen to them. So right there, I was just like, oh, hell no, this ain't going to go through, because who's going to come and what judge is going to override another judge to unseal something? That's a settlement. It's a settlement, you guys. Just Google what settlement is. So I digress from that. But yeah, so maybe within myself, I was just so, I guess, too cocky or too arrogant to like, because at that point in time, I was taking legal classes too. So I'm just like, no. And we were discussing a lot of that in some of the legal classes. Just, different topics and stuff, world topics. We correlating with the text and, the class and all of that and this and that. So, but yeah. So my position still stands. It remains the same, 10 toes down. Again, my thought process from a legal perspective. And some or many people may or may not care, but I really don't care. And what I need for you all to do, especially those who are new to my channel, just go ahead and hit that subscription button and the notification bell. So that way you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel. And let's get the discussion going. Everyone in the comment section on this. I'm not going to keep you all long as well. I just, like I said, was just noticing a lot of R. Kelly content and traction going on, which is great because awareness that's being brought to the miscarriage of justice. And shout out to Attorney Jennifer Bonjean. Head on over. I hope you listen to that clip, replay it, run it back that I played in the beginning of this video. She said it perfectly. You know, that's how the law is supposed to work, everyone. Even if someone is guilty and their hand caught in a cookie jar. I've said this before, and I've used Power. Do you all watch Power? Power, the original series, how the episode where Tommy was caught red-handed with drugs or whatever. And then how Angela, and these are characters, but art imitates life, life imitates art. And so Angela, from a federal perspective, because she was the feds, was prosecuting him illegally in terms of her actions and the tactics that she was doing. That's not how it works. And she could have, on that television series, lost her license to practice. So you can't be doing all of that. You have to afford the person, even if they hand are caught in a cookie jar, you know they are guilty. You have to prosecute them right, correctly, just and fairly, because prosecutors, judges, law enforcement officers, they are officers of the court, and these are people's lives, whether you believe they're guilty or innocent. Period. And let's not be so what I want to say, let's not look at them, these officers of the court, let's not look at them like they're saviors. Let's not look at them like they're perfect, because they're far from perfect, and they're not above reproach either. They have people in their family, they probably even committed crimes, or whether it be small or large. So, but they sweep their stuff under the rug, or they make it go away. So let's just keep it real and transparent here. So if you all want to rally behind a lot of these prosecutors, and I'm not saying all of them are like that, but many of them are probably, is, and even with judges as well. Many are corrupt. Let's just call it what it is, corruption, and many of them are hypocrites as well. They're prosecuting people and they're doing things unethically, illegally, and criminally as well. So no. But like I said, I digress. As I stated before, but back to my position, I am not here to argue guilt or innocence. And my concern is fair and just prosecution, period. That's it. Like I said, prosecutors are attorneys and officers of the court. They must, under the Constitution of the United States of America, and also the judge, afford anyone who is gracing their courtroom, civilly or criminally, they must afford that person the right to a fair trial, a right to fair and just prosecution, or going through the civil process. And what this means is that they cannot break the law, but do they? Yeah, they do. In some instances, some of them, or probably most of them, break the law. How can you break the law and prosecute somebody from allegedly breaking the law? So it's just make sense. But in essence, they can't break the law trying to enforce the law. That's just not how it works, but it does happen. And then also they're gaining a conviction off of that. That's not right. It's not fair. That is not how it's supposed to work, period. But do it happen? Yes, absolutely. Also, if they do break the rules, color outside the lines. If you head on over to my video section, I reference that term a lot, coloring outside the lines or coloring inside the lines. And or if they operate ethically and questionably, you all do know the case they have gained a conviction under or have won becomes case precedent. And that's what people don't understand, meaning it can be used and referenced in any case in the United States against regular people like you, our family members, i.e., etc., etc. Even for your favorite celebrities may have to end up gracing the courtroom, and you're going to be arguing, oh, well, that's not fair. Well, heck, it done happened to Mr. Robert Kelly. Heck, it done happened to Mr. Bill Cosby. Heck, it done happened to Mr. Tory Lanez, Daystar Peterson. So where was all that energy with them? But since it's your fave, now you want the prosecutors, the judges, to be fair. No, you can't have it both ways, you guys. How about this? prosecutors do their job correctly, fairly, and ethically, period. Whether someone is technically guilty or not. I don't know that. And like I said, I'm not here to argue guilt or innocence. But we all have to think, people. We have to think. This could be anyone that we know. Again, case precedents. Case precedents meaning that it can be used in reference in any situation similar. It can be used. The state versus Bill Cosby, the state versus R. Kelly, the state versus Tory Lanez, or however they put it. It can be used against regular people. So people need to think that this is not how. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't come for me. Think about the founding fathers of this country. This is what they laid out. Of course, black and brown people wasn't included, but since now we are included, it needs to be applied to us fairly as well. So this can even with civil cases. And civil cases are not criminal cases, but even in instances of civil cases. I've done some content. I recently did some content. I'll drop it soon, probably another day or so, about the Tulsa, Oklahoma situation. That judge that dismissed the case, the reparations case against those survivors from 1920 something, 1970 something, when and just ran amok in the whole town and killed all them black people and ruined generations. So the 3 survivors went to court for reparations, and they, I think, are over 100 years old. And that judge dismissed it with prejudice. Do you all know what dismissal with prejudice is? Google it. Meaning that it can't be brought back up again. Are you kidding me? Even in a civil situation, there's no fairness or justice. So people think. I'm not here to keep you all long. Like I said, just making this really quick, just hopping on here really quickly. I'm seeing a lot of traction, and rightfully so, for Mr. Robert Kelly. Free R. Kelly, free him, free him, free him. Miscarriage of justice, malicious prosecution. And I'm standing 10 toes down with what I said. Miscarriage of justice, malicious prosecution, all of that. So hopefully his New York appeal is granted. It goes in his favor. The Chicago appeal has not been filed yet. I'm going to do a little bit digging to see what's going on with that. But yeah, but like this video, share this video. Like I said, I'm not trying to keep you all long. I appreciate you all for tuning in to the mix and supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Road to 1K plus. I'm almost there, you guys. I thank you all for supporting my channel. Continue to like my videos and share my videos. Get this out there. Free Mr. R. Kelly. And check out a lot of other legal related videos on my channel for non-celebrities as well. So I have some big things planned, hopefully before the end of the year, just to up at some levels. And if you're interested in donating to content enhancement creation, go ahead and donate your girl, The Mix. Donation information is in the description section of my post, this channel. Thank you. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.